The story of the real Pocahontas. The real Pocahontas was nothing like the Pocahontas depicted in popular culture. The history of Pocahontas has been riddled with dramatizations, oversimplifications, and outright lies from the very beginning. And all of that dishonesty only adds to the tragedy that is Pocahontas's true life story. Pocahontas was kidnapped and held for ransom by the English. Pocahontas's most significant interaction with the English was a lot less friendly than popular culture would have you believe, and it was far more indicative of the real relationship between colonists and Native Americans. Unhappy with Chief Powhatan, a group of English settlers paid a rival Native American group to coerce Pocahontas onto an English ship so that she could be held for ransom. She was born into royalty. Kind of Pocahontas was the daughter of Chief Powhatan, the head of a major alliance of Algonquin-speaking groups, which was one of the largest alliances in North America. The area he represented was known as the Seneca. However, Pocahontas had 26 brothers and sisters to share her status with, so she was far from the only royal child running around Seneca, even if she was reportedly the chief's favorite daughter. The chiefdom did not share its power hereditarily either, so the idea of Pocahontas being royalty is not exactly true. Pocahontas was only one of her names. Pocahontas is the most common name that we know this important historical figure by, but it might actually be the least formal name she held. Pocahontas was a mildly pejorative nickname that translated into something along the lines of spoiled child. The John Smith story is likely BS. The tale most commonly told about Pocahontas might not even be a real story at all. Supposedly, Pocahontas saved the English colonist John Smith from execution at the hands of her father, and then the two went on to begin a romantic relationship. John Smith only linked himself to Pocahontas after she became a minor celebrity. John Smith didn't write about his rescue by or romance with Pocahontas until more than 15 years after it supposedly happened. Pocahontas was tatted up and had a wicked fashion sense. When she hit adulthood at the frighteningly young age of 14, Pocahontas began to turn her eyes toward marriage. During her courting days, she was known to rock a fashionable and alluring one-strapped deerskin dress, which was a real hit with the fellas. Pocahontas was already married to a local warrior. If John Smith and Pocahontas did have any sort of romantic relationship, it is certain that they never joined each other in wedded bliss. Pocahontas did get married on 2 occasions in her life, including once at the age of 14 or so to a Native American warrior known as Cocoon. She went on a diplomatic mission to avoid war. While held for ransom in Jamestown, Pocahontas became inculcated in European customs, language, and religion. Her forced education made her a convenient diplomat and go-between for the English colonists to use in negotiations with Native Americans. Pocahontas became a symbol of peace and religious conversion. Much of the mythology surrounding the story of Pocahontas can clearly be tied to the fact that she became a symbol of peace to the English. Pocahontas gained her real fame by marrying an Englishman. Pocahontas did actually gain worldwide fame and historical notoriety because of a romantic relationship with an Englishman, but it was not John Smith. Rather, Pocahontas met a wealthy widower named John Rolfe during her time in captivity, and the two soon married. Pocahontas went on tour as a curiosity in England after a few years of marriage. John Rolfe and Pocahontas, then known as Rebecca Rolfe, sailed back to England in 1616. Pocahontas died on her way back to North America. After her whirlwind tour of England in 1616, Rebecca Rolfe was set to return to her home continent in 1617. Her son, Thomas Rolfe, became one of the wealthiest men in the New World. Unlike his mother, Thomas Rolfe survived his sickness and eventually returned to North America, although not for some time. His father, John Rolfe, died in 1622, but Thomas did not return to Virginia until 1635.